Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another episode of delicious cooking. Yes guys, today we'll be making ripe plantain and beans. Thank you all to my returning subscriber, and if this is your first time you're coming across this channel, you're welcome to my channel. Do not forget to subscribe. Let's get started. For this delicious porridge, plantain and beans, you need your beans. That is the main part of this recipe. You need your beans, and once you have the beans, go ahead and pick the beans. Make sure you're removing all the unwanted parts like some stones. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that comes into these beans, so make sure you pick everything up. Then you wash them. Usually, I do not wash my beans. I just add water. Yes, I do not wash them just like that. I just add enough water to my beans. Yeah, enough water to cover the pots or the beans. I'll cover them up and I'll cook them. I do this because you want your beans to simmer for like 5 to 10 minutes. That ensures that the beans is properly washed, because sometimes they preserve these beans with lots of chemicals. Yes, so that makes it more toxic, dangerous. Yeah, so for me to be sure and to be satisfied that my beans is properly washed, I parboil them for like 5 to 10 minutes before I wash them, and my beans will be so clean, and I'm guaranteed that my beans has no chemical in it. After I'm done washing, then I'll go ahead and add enough water to the beans and wash them and rinse them properly for 2 like 3 more times before proceeding to cooking my beans. Yes, that's the process I go to make sure that my beans is well clean. Look at that, shining, right? Yes, I'm satisfied at this point that my beans is well washed and clean. So I'll go ahead and add enough water, and I'll cover my beans, put the stove on and let it cook while we prep the other ingredients. The next step is to season the meat. I'm adding onions, garlic powder, ginger powder, thyme, and nutmeg. You can use any seasoning of your choice. I'm adding some sage and salt to taste, crushed red pepper, and 1 stock cube. And I'll go ahead and add a cup of water, half a cup of water actually, and I'll stir everything up, and I'll cover that to cook. And I'm using gizzard. You can use any meat of your choice. After a couple minutes, approximately 10 minutes of cooking, it looks done and ready. Like I said before, I'm using gizzard. You can use any meat of your choice. Now let's go back to the beans. The beans has been cooking for about 30 minutes or so. So you cook your beans until it is soft enough for you to proceed. Yes, you have to let your beans cook until it's very soft. So I'll go ahead and try this. So you can see it's as cooked as possible, very much cooked. Now we'll proceed to the next level, and here I have my beans transferred to another pot, and I'm adding my onions, I'm adding my ripe plantain, and I'll go ahead and add crayfish. Yes, I'm using 2 large scoops of crayfish, grinded crayfish, and I'm adding palm oil. I'm adding that plantain at that point because it's ripe plantain. If you're using unripe plantain, please do add it earlier before this time. And I'm also adding my already cooked gizzard that's properly cooked. Yes, everything is cooked at this point. The only thing that is not cooked is the plantain, and because the plantain is already overripe plantain. So I mixed up everything together until they're well combined. Then I'll go ahead and cover this up. Before that, I'll taste to make sure that everything is looking perfect or tasting perfect. So give it a taste, and at this point I feel like adding a little bit of salt. So I added a little bit of salt, and I will stir that up, and I will go ahead and cover my beans and let it cook for additional 8 to 10 minutes. After 8 to 10 minutes, my beans is as good as ready. Look at that, and it smells so amazing right now. I wish you guys can smell this. It smells so good and tastes amazing. Yes guys, we are done with this recipe. You don't want your beans to be too thick. Yes, at this point you want it to be a little bit loose, because when it cools down it thickens up more than it is right now. So I like my beans to be a little bit on the runny side. Yep. So we are done. It's time to dish this out. Look at that, looking so amazing and tastes amazing. Looks so delicious, right? Yes, the way it looks is the way it tastes. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys on my next video. Do not forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Bye bye.